Welcome into Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters September 19th.
Oh, and this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome in to a Wednesday, and that means it is an F day here at Coach and Company, live on Stadium, Bally Sports Live, every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. If you miss any of the show, you, of course, can catch it on demand at our Coach and Company YouTube page. If you're watching on YouTube right now, instead of Stadium, what are you doing? No, I'm kidding. We want you here no matter how you get here. But if you could hit that like button on the way in, it would really help the show grow. Now, I tell you all the time, if you're not watching our show every single day, you're costing yourself money. Yesterday, a really solid day, 6-2 at the brand. In fact, Mikey P and Raphael, a perfect 2-0. I love seeing those money bags right there. So a really good day for our entire crew yesterday. Now, as many of you know, we're going to be adding a lot more premium content starting right now. You get a separate episode every single day, 5 to 10 minutes. We tape it after the morning show, but also we're going to be adding primetime games Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, or shows. You can be a part of all of it. Scan that QR code and become an all-star member today. Also, we want you representing the brand. Get your newest piece of Coach and Company merchandise and do it right now. I believe the featured item today is Model My Ass. Oh, I can't wait for mine to arrive. I got that one, a couple others. We've got Chapel Bill. So I can't wait to rep the brand. We want you guys to do it too. If you get a piece, send us a picture. We'll throw it right up on the show and say thank you the only way that we know how. All right, we got a lot to get today. In addition to F-Day rants, we got some front page news. When is a suspension really a suspension? Also, we go back to school with our college football look-aheads. We got some big-time matchups this week. We're talking Georgia, Tennessee. We're talking Notre Dame, Texas A&M. And what's going on in South Florida? Already wins over Boise State and Florida in the Swamp. And this week, they get a chance at Miami. We talk all about it coming up in about 30 minutes. But without further ado, oh, a little late to the party, but they're here nevertheless. Ladies and gentlemen, my company's at the door. It's time to beat the books. Oh, and look at this today. I got my man Batista right below me, and I got to go all the way down to the end looking sharp in the blue. Is that Giants blue, Big Tommy C?
Not today, it's not.
Oh, is that a little tease for your rant later?
It's a big tease, Coach. A big tease. Yes. How are you guys?
Well, we're good. I've heard that about you, too. I've heard that about you. Second, and normally he would have gotten the 15 seconds today, but we had two guys that went 2-0, so I had to make an executive decision. So say good morning to our numbers guy for a reason, Raphael Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. Should be a fantastic Wednesday because it's Rant Wednesday.
Sometimes you need a good F-Day rant, boys. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. All right, finally, he went perfect yesterday, so he gets our 15 seconds of fame right here, right now. Mikey P from SureDog USA. Good morning, sir. Go.
Good morning, everyone. You know, it's an F day. It's a Wednesday. It's a W day. That's all I got to say. Let's get more W's on the board today.
Let's get to it. All right, Tommy, I got to come over to you because you had to be as frustrated as anybody. Monday night on the Monday night grind, you told us all the reasons why the Chicago Bears were going to get it done. They had an 11-point lead in the second half. And just like the Baltimore Ravens, could not finish the job. But today, I've got this feeling you've got one play that's going to absolutely crush it. Best bets, Big Tommy C, go.
All right, I'm staying with my New York Yankees -1.5 plus 135. And a Big Tommy C fun fact, the Tigers have lost each of their last 9 night games at Yankee Stadium following a win. and I expect my Yankees to bounce back big time tonight. Big time.
Give me that fun fact one more time. Give me that fun fact one more time.
Tigers have lost each of their last 9 night games at Yankee Stadium following a win.
Very
And they won
interesting.
last night.
I'm looking. Yeah, I assume that's why you gave us the stat, Tommy.
Yeah.
It'd have been weird if they would have lost last night. They'd be like, hey, it's cool. It's cool. It is a 7:05 start, so all of that matches up. Come on. I have my paper. I have my pen. And I'm hosting the damn show. And I'm still taking the notes. I'm still taking the fun facts. All right, let's come right next door. Raphael, best bets. Go.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, coach, because we're going with the Dodgers team total over 5.5 again. But today, we're getting even money with Kyle Freeland on the mound, just giving away free money. Dodgers won last night 7-2. I'll take this bet again because Kyle Freeland's 5.11 career versus the Dodgers with a 4.8 ERA. Free money. And then we're going to go back to the diamond. We're going to take the Cubs Braves under 8.5. Cubs won yesterday 6-1, but Chris Sale is on the mound and he mows down Cubs batteries of a career ERA under, I think, 1.93. I think he has a field day between Cub bats. Cubs not producing well with left-handed bats, so I think that Chris Sale dominates tonight.
I feel like Chris Sale has kind of been a little bit under the radar because the last couple of years he's been battling injury in and out of the lineup. But when he's right, when he's good, this guy is absolutely dominant at times. All right, Mikey P, just like Raphael, you're coming off a 2-0 day on Tuesday. Let's make it another one today. Best bets, go.
You know, Coach, thanks for using under the radar because I think Freddie Peralta of the Milwaukee Brewers might be the best under the radar ace in all of Major League Baseball. And that's why I'm taking him for under 3.5 hits at a -112, taking on the Texas Rangers. He has not given up 4 hits in a game in 5 starts since August 5th. That's over a month. That's pretty good. And in that time, he's had 42 strikeouts and 13 hits allowed across those 5 starts. So give me Freddie Peralta to mow down the Texas Rangers, and then the Boston Red Sox tight in a playoff race. Give me them at a -0.5 run on the first 5 at a +110. They just have to win the first 5. How easy could that be? Well, Mason Barnett is on the mound for the Sacramento AAAs, and he has a 9. Yes, a 9 ERA in 2 career starts. Boston should have a field day with him.
Yeah, they are currently in the second spot in the wild card race, tied with the Yankees as far as the numbers are concerned, ahead of Seattle, 3.5 games. By the way, Mikey, you didn't say 2 of our favorite words here at the brand when you gave out the Peralta play.
Which was?
Hey, baseball.
Raphael, what do you mean, which was? Which was? Raphael, he is your understudy. You are his mentor. How does he not know this?
It's Monday night, coach. It's still because of Monday night.
We're going to give him a break. Don't let it. You were in a zone. Touche. All right. Now, you guys know that whenever we start the show, if I can go 9 minutes without seeing this next face, it's a solid 9 minutes. But look today, apparently, Tommy C, your boy wanted to be twinsies today. Just a little different color, but you guys are both doing the collared shirt. Did you guys talk before the show, or what's going on here?
No, I didn't talk to Mark about this. This is my drip now, Coach. This is how you're going to see me from now on, dude.
I love that you just said drip.
This is your drip?
Yeah,
This is your drip?
My granddaughter told me about that. Yeah, the drip.
Your granddaughter walked in and said, "Hey, Papa Tommy, that's your drip?" Oh my God,
Tommy! you know, next week he's gonna have all the gold chains.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen his Halloween circa 2005? I was there. He did that. The glasses, the whole thing. Did you not, Tommy? Did you not? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The big old rings on the fingers, just like the Goombas did back in the day.
I'm going to wear it next show. I'm going to wear my pinky ring.
I can't wait.
Just a step closer to painting his nails.
Oh, no.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
My Uncle Nunzio would knock me out.
Can you imagine? You guys have never seen a crew like his crew at a big Sunday dinner or a big game. You walk into his living room, just get out of the way. And
Watch
don't
out.
try to get a word in edgewise. Don't.
Nope.
It's all screaming and yelling. It's the whole thing. And I loved it, every second of it. All right, Mark, JTS, where are we going today, big boy?
We're going back-to-back, Coach, because we cashed last night. We're going to do it again tonight. We're going to go with Washington National Dalen Lyle to get a hit. Forget the fact that he's done this in 14 of his last 16, or that he's a perfect 5 for 5 when he faces Miami. Dude is on a 9-game hitting streak right now. We're riding the hot bat because then we're going to pair him with Atlanta Dream, Alicia Gray, to make at least 1 3-pointer tonight against the Connecticut Sun. Probably a game Soupy still doesn't have tickets for. She's done this in 17 of her last 20 games, 9 of 10 when she plays at the Sun. Put them both together, you get a plus 100. Just a Stat Sports play of the day.
Absolutely love it. There is the QR code. I'm telling you right now, how many days do we have to come on here and have Mark go, oh, we cashed last night. Oh, we were 10-4 against the spread in week number 1. Oh, the baseball models cashed it at 70. How many days before you scan that QR code, before you understand that your first 30 days will be for a single solitary dollar? NFL 100 is the code. Come be a part of the party. And even those of us that use it, when we go against it, we regret it, like we did over the weekend. Didn't bet on the Chargers. Didn't bet on the Bills. The model said it was correct. Correct, Mark?
Along with the Vikings.
Wow. You had to take a shot. You had to take a shot. Mikey, a retort?
It's week 1. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to let him have his fun. Just have your fun. Bask in all your glory. There's 18 weeks of an NFL season. It's okay.
Coach teed you up perfectly for a model my ass, which, by the way, you can go get that T-shirt now. It's the featured merch item.
I literally lead you guys to the water, but I can't make you drink. I mean, literally on a tee, just hit it. It's like a fastball. It's like a batting practice fastball. Tommy, remember those batting practice softball, fastball, slow pitch?
Yeah, I remember me and you were in the home run derby. Remember that? I pitched to you.
Back in the day, boys.
Yeah,
don't think for a second. Yeah.
No lie, the dude hit, man. I'm not going to lie.
That's all I'm saying. All right, gentlemen.
Thanks,
Tommy. All right, best bets are in the books. We have, I believe, 7 today. We also have the JTS play of the day. Now, gentlemen, it is Rant Wednesday, but also we have a little segment called Front Page News. And I know that you guys are probably like me, that when you hear the narrative that the NFL is rigged or the NFL is something else, well, we'll get into that. But did I say we had 7 picks? I didn't give my own because now I'm saving the best for last. You're going to cash with the coach. There it is right there. Mets, Phillies over 8. It's simple. They always go over. Last night they had 12. I don't even need to give you the pitching matchups. Just book it. Rays, White Sox, same thing. Over 8. They had 9 last night. We're laying 3 nickels. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7 check marks coming your way tomorrow morning. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, we're just getting started here on Coach and Company. Always a busy day at the brand. Still to come, we got our rants. We got our front page news. When is a suspension even really a suspension? We'll talk about it. And also, we go back to school every single Wednesday. Big-time college games this weekend, and we break them down 4 days early to always try and beat the line. We're just getting started. Some of us looking spiffy on a Wednesday. This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, as always, live on Stadium and Bally Sports Live. Jay Lee to do her skipping thing allowed Michael Cole to tell the backstory for people who did not know her from 10 years ago, which it was 10 years ago.
There's a lot of people that didn't know.
A lot of people didn't know. And to watch CM Punk be able to stand there in the moment and be so appreciative, and the way he looked at her and tears in his eyes, almost as if he was thinking about to his last 10 years. And probably that moment in that arena, in that city, 10 years ago, he couldn't have even imagined it ever happening again. And he
But
got to be in that moment with his wife.
Coach, let me tell you something about love. Love is transferable. And AJ loves wrestling. Punk loved wrestling. The situation that they were in, they were not in love with.
Mm-hmm.
Now Punk has had time to go back and go, hey, shit is different. Like, and now you have AJ coming into that and him getting to be happy at the fact that she gets to love it again. Like, you got to have empathy and compassion for other people, and wrestling evokes that. We lean into the fact that we want you emotional. Otherwise, if feeling ain't in there, it don't work.
If you are a pro wrestling fan, that right there is a part of Off the Ropes with the Coach, your boy, every single weekday, 2 to 4 Eastern time on channel 156, Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Big Tommy, AJ Lee's comeback. We're not doing the last word on Monday nights. 30 seconds. Your thoughts on that?
It was inevitable that they would do this because they're for WrestlePalooza and ESPN. It's a great comeback for her. I heard she got a new contract. The Punk family's not hurting for any money. I think it works really well with them, and I think it'll be a very interesting match between Rollins and Becky and them two. And she looks in great shape, by the way. When I saw her come out, man, her abs were cracking big time. She looks great. I think it's a great idea. It works for WWE, and of course, they're stacking that card.
Yeah, she said her jean shorts are 2 sizes too small from 10 years ago. It's all right. We love you, AJ Lee. We're back in 3 seconds.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to the first F day. Welcome to the first F day. Pardon me.
Every single Wednesday, we pay tribute to our good friend Howie Schwab, who left us way too soon in April of 2024, tragically. But he used to love being on this show. He loved calling me at 3 a.m. when he couldn't figure out his tech, his phone, his iPad, whatever. It was always an F day. So we, every single Wednesday, get things off our chest in the world of sports. So who wants to start today? All right. Mikey P, I have a feeling I know where you're going. Are we going south? Yes?
Yes, we're going south because Jerry Jones cannot get out of his own way. Here's 1 week after Jerry Jones trades Micah Parsons and the Cowboys open up their season without Micah Parsons. The Dallas Cowboys today are set to bring in 3,900-year-old veteran pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney for a visit and a workout. Jerry said he made this trade for Micah Parsons because he wanted to stop the run. The Cowboys gave up over 150 rushing yards to the Eagles. Great job on that one, Jerry. You hit the ball there, and then you had 1 sack against Jalen Hurts. Great job, Jerry. You know what you should do? You should sign someone almost as old as you on the field. Good job, Jerry. Trade your best player, have poor defense, and then bring in someone who's not going to help. Good job, Jerry Jones.
And by the way, Jerry Jones is part of the latest class in the Sportscaster Hall of Fame that was announced yesterday. Why? I have no idea.
That gives me hope.
We've got a long way to go, Mikey, me and you. A long way to go. All right. I need to stay in the NFC East because out here on Sunday, our local channel had the Giants and the Commanders. And Tom Brady actually did the game. They thought it was going to be a big one until it wasn't. 6 points. The Fighting Russell Wilsons. Oh, it was pathetic. Tommy, I didn't get to ask Mikey this question, but I will ask you this question. Big Tommy C, what are you ranting on today?
My rant today, Coach, and I'm not going to go crazy over this, is a plea to John Mara. Mr. Mara, I wonder if you brought in Shane and Dable after that pathetic game that they played on Sunday. The Giants, the New York Giants, scored less points than everybody else in the NFL. That's including the Panthers. That's including Daniel Jones, who threw multiple touchdowns on Sunday. What is going on with this team? You know what it is? It's the offensive line. They have a Smurf for a center. Van Rotten stinks. Runyon stinks. And they are Swiss cheese. This needs to be fixed. Mara's watching this game. He's saying, what the hell has changed with this team? You know what, guys? Absolutely nothing. I don't see anything with this team. And Malik Neighbors, shut up and play.
I love when Tommy rants on the Giants, who absolutely suck. 6 points, one of 3 teams that did not get to double digits. Brutal. All right, Raphael, I'm coming over to you because there are such things even to this day as cupcakes. And I have a feeling that's where you're going today. Raphael, my numbers guy, I'll ask you a very simple question right here, right now. What are you ranting on today?
I'm going to college football, Coach. And when are we going to penalize these teams that start the season with cupcakes? And I'm looking at you, Franklin, over at Penn State. You guys are playing Villanova this weekend. This number is probably going to be around 50. Why do I ask this about minus 50? A, I didn't know Villanova had a football school. And B, their first game was against Nevada. That point spread was minus 44. Their second game was against FIU. That point spread was 42. They didn't cover either of those games. But why are we allowing these teams to still be ranked high that play cupcakes to start the season? I just think it's wrong. I think they should be penalized when they play these teams.
They might if it gets down to a point where they have to be graded against somebody else. It may bite them at the end of the year. It could. It could when it comes to the playoffs. Gentlemen, it's my turn. And I love supporting niche sports. I love supporting those who may not get supported by others. But I draw a line when there's an entire organization, an entire league that simply does not get it. The WNBA, who has fumbled the Caitlin Clark experiment worse than anybody ever could, when they're complaining about their salaries, but yet you offer them 4 times what they're getting right now. You go, nope, we want a higher percentage, even though they've had one profitable year in their, 28-year history. And now this, it makes a lot of sense when you're losing money to expand. So next year, Toronto, then Portland, and then in 28, Cleveland, 29, Detroit, 30, Philadelphia. Oh, did I mention that Cleveland and Detroit has already had a WNBA team, got rid of them, and now they're bringing them back? What did the organization say is the reason for it? Quote, it's an NBA ownership that is investing in women's sports. How well will that NBA ownership feel when they lose money on an investment that they already knew they were going to lose money in? It makes absolutely no sense. But yet somehow this cloud that's over the WNBA continues to be there. They continue to play. They continue to complain. I never thought I'd say this. I hope they strike, so we don't have to talk about it anymore. All right, it's now time for a little, front page news. Mikey P, I got to start with you because Jalen Carter, I cannot even believe this. And it's not because the Eagles are playing my squad, but Jalen Carter, a dynamic interior lineman, one of the best, if not the best, that the Eagles have. He spit on Dak Prescott before the first play. He got kicked out of the game. Now the NFL has suspended him. Sort of. They said since he never actually played a down, that the suspension was for game number 1. And not game number 2, and it was unpaid, so he got fined all of $57,000. Make this make sense to me, Mikey.
It doesn't make any sense because now, we've seen in pregame shows where Fox will cut into 2 rivalry teams going back and forth on the field, getting into skirmishes. Let's just have everyone throw haymakers before the game because then they'll just get ejected before the game and there's your 1-game suspension. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now you set a precedent. Everyone goes, wow, the NFL set a precedent. They suspended him. No, they didn't. No, they did not. He was thrown out of the game. If you want to set a precedent, you suspend him for week 2. The only precedent you set is, hey, do something before the game, and we'll say you're suspended, but you're not really suspended.
I guess you missed the game, Raphael, but that's really it.
I was shocked yesterday when I read that no person's ever been suspended for a game for spitting. And it's yes, he's missed a whole game, so you can say he missed a game. But really, were they going to suspend him against the Kansas City Chiefs? Give me a break. This was never going to be a suspension.
Tommy, this is crazy to me. And I don't even give a damn that it's the Chiefs they're playing. This just doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense at all. $57,000 to Carter is chump change. $57,000 to us is huge. So what did they really do? He missed the first game, right? He should be suspended for the second and third game. Spitting is just so unbelievable, and they didn't do anything about it. 57 is chump change.
And it happened multiple times last week too, guys. It happened multiple times, which I don't get the whole spitting thing. And the NFL is trying to crack down on this kind of stuff, all that kind of stuff. All right. Topic number 2. This one really could affect the betting lines and Mikey, the fantasy plays as well. George Kittle officially late yesterday put on the IL, and Brock Purdy has 2 different injuries. My guess is he won't play this week also in New Orleans. How big of a deal is this for a team that a lot of people still think are in their prime as far as being a good NFC team?
Well, I'll say this. If you're a 49ers fan, believe in Kyle Shanahan. Also, you're playing the Saints. So I think we could have Rafi, Big Tommy, anybody we want at quarterback taking on the Saints this week if you're the Niners, and everybody would be A-okay. The Niners don't need to worry about this game. It's better to protect your $200 million quarterback in Brock Purdy than to run him out there against a lowly Saints team.
What's with this? Oh, drives me insane. Raphael, go.
I agree with them. They're playing the Saints, but I also am happy about all these injuries because who said the 49ers was not going to make the playoffs? Me. So I am happy that the 49ers are already hurt. CMC will probably be hurt on Sunday.
Have you noticed that Raphael claims all of these things, but yet we can't find the videos for any of them? Have you guys noticed that?
Remind him. Remind the tape.
Big Tommy, your thoughts on? I mean, Kittle's just got a new deal. He's making like $19 million a year, more than Kelsey.
Coach, you know what I would really look at? Their medical staff. This team is injured more than anybody. Purdy, McCaffrey, him. I mean, you really got to look into their medical staff there. This guy's out for weeks, and that's a big deal to this team. Purdy's hurt. McCaffrey's hurt every other week, man. It is just unbelievable with this team. I would look at their medical staff, man.
Last topic, about 20 seconds for each. The NCAA is ready to make a big-time change to the transfer portal. No longer will you have the April time period. You're going to have January 2nd to January 12th. 10 days. Ryan Day, Ohio State, he doesn't like it. Why? Because they're going to be in the playoffs, and that throws a whole kink into the works. But Mikey P, this is a good thing to stop players from just moving around all year round.
Yeah, put your scouting department to work. If you're a head coach and you're worried about the transfer portal, focus on the game and get your scouts ready to hit the portal. It's simple as that.
Where's it now hiring stuff? Because they're going to have to add people for this job. So I want to get a job at Ohio State, Oregon, LSU. Hire me.
Yeah, and if you're a big-time college like Ohio State, you get your guys all set. You know when the portal's going to happen. You look at it, you get it, and you get what you want to do right there. No big deal.
I love Ryan Day, where he says, how are we supposed to make plans? How are we supposed to know what we're going to do? Stop it. Stop it, Ryan Day. Nobody feels sorry for you. No. There are probably going to be, 4 teams? This is right after the quarterfinals and right before the semifinals. 4 teams are still going to be playing. That's it. It's not like it's going to affect 150 teams. He needs to stop. Plus, you just won a national championship. Shut up. All right, gentlemen, we're halfway home. Still to come on the other side. It's time to go back to school, in fact, because on Wednesdays, it's always our college football day. What are the biggest games? What are the lines? How are we looking forward to it? What can we beat? We'll talk about that on the other side. And when you fumble a punt, is that enough to get cut after week 1? It's Coaching Company, presented by Afterburn, right here on Stadium Valley Sports Live.
Too easy.
Hello, mate.
Wait a minute. You guys aren't real cops, are you?
solar flare hit, we lost our humanity. You saw what people did to the world burn. The monsters they became. If we're to rebuild, we have to hold on to every masterpiece of human achievement. Jake, you have a gift for acquiring treasures.
And what would I be hunting down this time?
Mona,
The Mona Lisa?
in all her motherfucking glory.
Guessing you're my contact. We're headed to the worst place on the planet. There's nothing there but disease and warlords. Yeah, this is definitely a bad idea.
The world is a gladiatorial arena. A worthy opponent is hard to find.
I could have taken that guy.
You're welcome.
We just flew into a war zone. Jumped out of a plane for the first time. Got attacked by a tank. And all this for a painting? I don't get it. What's going on that everybody's willing to die for it?
Want our world back, Jake, from these agents of chaos.
We got work to do. I love this song. They're all over us. How many tanks does this guy have? How many tanks does this guy have?
Welcome back to Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, in theaters September 19th.
That indeed begs the question. How many tanks does he have? You got to watch the movie September 19th. I'll be front and center. Welcome back, everybody. Coach coming here live on Stadium and Bally Sports Live and everywhere the stadium lives. Amazon Prime Video, DirecTV, YouTube TV, the list goes on and on. You can watch us in over 100 million homes every single morning. We don't care how you digest us. We just care that you digest us. Also, now that the NFL season is here, we are adding more content every single day. If you're an All-Star Premium member, you get an extra 5 to 10-minute episode just for all of you. Then we'll be adding nighttime watch-alongs once the MAC gets here, live betting on Thursday nights. Whenever we have time, we want you to hang out with us, become an All-Star member today. Also, get your newest piece of Coach and Company merchandise. Today's featured item is Model My Ass. Scan that QR code. Take a picture of it, send it in, and we will get you right up onto the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesdays, just like Tuesday is NFL Day, Wednesday, we like to play tribute to the kids. To the kids on campus. It's time to go back to school. After a very soft, and that's SAWFT, soft week 2, we actually have some matchups here in week number 3. Tommy out, Marky Model in. So, Mikey, I'm going to start with you. Georgia, Tennessee, number 6, number 15. All of these lines we picked up over at BetMGM. Now, Georgia's won 8 straight in this. You can't even call it a rivalry because when you win 8 straight, all of them by double digits, it's not a rivalry. Will this be another blowout for the Dogs this weekend?
I don't know, Coach. I'm really liking that plus 3.5 for Tennessee because remember everyone was so enamored with the Nico storyline coming into this college football season. Joey Aguilar stepped in, thrown for over 500 touchdowns and 0 interceptions to start the season. So I like the Vols at plus 3.5 in this one.
Raphael will stay at 3.5.
It probably will go up. Don't forget this number opened up Georgia -6, and then the injuries came out with Georgia. No tight end, Ethan Barber. He is out with a knee injury. And their running back, Robinson, is questionable with a hammy. He has not practiced yet. So if he doesn't go, I think he'll stay 3.5. Maybe Georgia money will push this back up to 4. I'm leaning towards the Vols. They're at home on this matchup.
This could really be a really big week. It's not just because they're facing Georgia, but in 4 weeks, they face Alabama. In between Georgia and Alabama, Tennessee has UAB, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. So I know we can't get the actual numbers over at JTS, Mark, until the day of for college football. But what has kind of been the power rankings or what you guys have looked at? Because these are featured games.
Absolutely, Coach. So right now, we are looking at Georgia to cover the 3.5 with a play on the over 49.5. We have this projected out to 53. I think when you look at the defense, Georgia specifically, holding opponents to just 6.5 points a game so far this season, we saw what Tennessee did, especially against my Syracuse Orange. Late in that game, they couldn't move the ball very effectively. They came out in the first half and really stuck it to the Orange. However, they didn't close as strong as they could have. I really like Georgia in this spot.
And let's not forget, guys, that this year the change has been made from the way they did it last year in the playoffs to the highest 4 seeds will get the bye. So, Mikey, games like this become even more important because even if you're not a conference champ, you still technically, if you are a highest seeded team, you can get the bye. So you got to get dubs like this on your resume.
You absolutely do. And you know, Coach, I love the fact that they moved to this format because now you have teams who won't give up on themselves, right? You can't just look at the number 1 seed and go, all right, well, that's not us. I guess we'll just play for second or whatever. I think Tennessee gets up for this game. And when you see Georgia, you see any team ranked ahead of you, it's always going to bring out the best in you. And I think we're going to see that from the Vols this weekend.
So far, Georgia, Raphael, I feel like they're playing right into your rant today. They have played Marshall and Austin Peay. And there are some SEC teams that do not buy into the schedule tough preseason because in week 3, they get games like this.
Dogs are barking.
Whose dogs are those?
Ron Breaker's not here.
How many dogs do you have, Mark?
I just put on mute because they're still barking. Somebody came to the door. We've got 3.
Wow, 3 dogs. All right.
He really likes the Bulldogs this week.
Maybe that's an omen. Maybe we should be playing Georgia. Okay, interesting. All right, let's flip it over to game number 2. And every year it feels like, guys, there is one team or maybe 2 that is kind of the darlings of that season. And maybe this year is South Florida. Of course, we have no filter. Phil McKagan on Thursdays. He coached at South Florida. They beat Boise State, and Boise State was a preseason ranked team, 34-7 week number 1. Then they went on the road last week to the Swamp and knocked off Florida. So now in week number 3, Mikey, we've got a chance to go into number 5 Miami. Carson Beck has all of his stuff pushed to the side. The Hurricanes have looked awesome, beating Notre Dame. And let me check my notes. Oh, Bethune-Cookman. Is this going to be 3 for 3 for the Bulls?
No, Coach. Saying USF has a chance of saying, like, I have a chance to become 6 foot tall one day. Let's not forget when these 2 teams met last year, I love the over here because when these 2 teams met last year, 50-15, the Hurricanes just ran all over the Bulls. So at 56.5, I like the over because Miami almost did it on their own last year. It was a nice story for a couple of weeks, but the Hurricanes will roll.
And I think, Mark, that right now there's a lot of teams that understand style points matter. And if you believe, like most coaches should, that you're going to have 1 loss or potentially 2, style points matter. So overs in college, I absolutely love. Do you agree? And does the model agree with Mikey?
The model does agree with you, Coach. It doesn't agree with Mikey. I love South Florida here, catching the 17.5 points. They've only allowed 11.5 points per game in the 2, and these are prominent teams that they've played. It's not Bethune-Cookman. So I love the spot here for a South Florida team that nobody had on their radar to start the season to get sneaky and keep this one close. It also has this projected to the over 56 going all the way up to 60.
So you do agree with Mikey?
As far as it going over, but I don't agree that this is a blowout for Miami.
Oh, okay. Just had to be clear on that. Raphael, this spread was the exact same spread they had last week against Florida when they won on the field. I feel like the money line should be a little bit higher, though.
It should, but I think a lot of Bulls money's coming in on the money line because why not? You cash almost on the money line 2 straight times. Little weird that this number opened up 14.5. How disrespected are the Bulls now when this number moved 3 points against you? It's defense versus offense. And yes, Miami whooped them last year, but it's a totally different Bulls defense. They have a lot of new faces, and I think those new faces show up.
Yeah, we're going to find out. I love it. You can see 4:30 on Saturday afternoon. All right, let's flip it over to game number 3. And this one's also a battle of ranked opponents, but Notre Dame did not fall that far in their loss to Miami. In fact, they only fell to number 8. Texas A&M, they are number 16. So, Mikey, right now, A&M on the road, they're getting a full touchdown. Notre Dame, I got to be honest, the only game they played was against Miami. They didn't have a cupcake last week. So I think that 7 might be a little bit too big based off of the Notre Dame offense that I saw against Miami.
Yeah, that's a great point, Coach, because I came in here after that game and hammered on Notre Dame's offense because Jeremiah Love, one of the best weapons in all of college football, was basically non-existent. So you've had some time off. You had some time to reevaluate your plan. What is Coach Freeman going to do there for the Irish? I do think they win this game, but that -7 is a little high for me where we stand here on Wednesday.
Now, Raphael, since cupcakes are one of the themes of the day today, I went and looked at the entire schedule for Notre Dame. There's a very good possibility that after this week, they will not play another ranked team the entire season. They have to have this W because if they go whatever and 2, and those 2 are the only 2 against a ranked team, they're not going to win any tiebreakers with the committee.
Gotta love that independent schedule. And I think that's why Notre Dame didn't play anyone last week because they figured, hey, A&M's going to be the only ranked team. We need this W. I think they get the W, but like Mike said, just way too high for this one being 7. It's probably going to stay at 7. I don't see any line movement except maybe the total. I think the bettors will push this one over to 50 just because I think the run game is going to be really successful for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think I would buy this to 7.5 and take A&M right now. What does the model at JTS say, Mark?
Actually, the model has Notre Dame at -6.5. Excuse me. But that is a huge spread for 2 teams that are playing very competitive football. If the spread scares you, I would look at the Notre Dame team total over 27.5. I think they're going up against a Texas A&M defense that is not as good as a Miami Hurricane defense. They're going to put some points on the board because that urgency is there. I like the team total over 27.5.
All right, very, very good. Those are the 3 featured games right now. Do not forget that we have a shortened episode for Saturday morning around 10 to 15 minutes where we break down 4 or 5 of the biggest games, and it could still be these 3 as well as we check out line movement, maybe some college props. Things are expanding, so we'll see what that looks like. But Saturday morning on demand, check us out. It's always posted by around 10 a.m. Eastern time. Gentlemen, well done. All right, still to come on the other side. Boy, Aaron Glenn is backing up his words after their week 1 loss to Pittsburgh. He said, hey, if you turn the ball over here, you won't be on the field. Or you might not be on the team. Damn. We have that story coming for you next. Also, do not forget, become a premium member. We got a whole new episode. We tape around 11:15 a.m. Eastern time and a podcast right here on our Coach and Company YouTube channel as well. Tons of content. Just follow. Just subscribe. That's all you got to do. This is Coach and Company presented by our good friends over at Afterburn, live as always on Stadium Valley Sports Live. Quarterbacks just don't play well in opening starts of their careers. Well, J.J. McCarthy last night, he didn't look great in the first half, Mikey, but in the second half, he looked like a seasoned quarterback. He found number 18 for a touchdown, and the Vikings beat your Bears in a Monday Night Football game that, honestly, you couldn't have more pressure than what J.J. McCarthy had. 2 touchdown passes, a W. That's all Vikings fans should ever want from him.
showcased exactly why Kevin O'Connell is a former coach of the year. JJ McCarthy, also the first quarterback making his NFL debut to ever account for 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. When he needed to step up, the kid stepped up in his former hometown. Listen, I thought the Vikings would struggle without Sam Darnold. JJ McCarthy misses an entire year and looks the part after one game. Now, it is one game. The biggest point now will be growing from this opening season win.
We want our world back, Jake, from these ages of chaos. We got work to do. The world is a gladiatorial arena.
How many tanks does this guy have?
Oh, and you can see Split Decision. It is social media only every single weekday on our Twitter, on our Instagram, on the TikTok. Mikey, I owned you on Split Decision yesterday. We just saw it. I mean, it's right there in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, you acted like I needed to say something good about JJ McCarthy or that I would be willing to do so. I cried for an hour after we finished our Split Decision. It is what it is. Coach, it's a hard battle going up against you.
It's a hard battle going up against you. Hey, Kiss Up Mountain is a real thing, Raphael. I don't need you shaking your head over there. Just buy the t-shirt, which we haven't made yet, but we will. I wonder what's going to be a bigger seller, the Model My Ass t-shirt, the I Bet Wrestling t-shirt, or the Kiss Up Mountain t-shirt. You're shaking your head, Mark.
It's a good prop bet. I don't know I'm sure you guys can give me sale reports. I'll put that prop bet up.
I bet you my bookie or Bet US would put that right up today. Who has the better merch? Oh, yeah. Let's vote on that. All right, we're back live in 5 seconds. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We are live on Stadium Bally Sports Live, coming up in about 5 minutes. If you missed our best bets at the top of the show, don't worry. We got them for you right here, coming off a 6-2 day on Tuesday. But we always save this part of the show, sometimes for a ridiculous story or a story that just needs to be discussed. And this is one of those. Gentlemen, think about Xavier Gibson, that right before the season started, he plays for the Jets. He made the squad. He made the team. He gets to call home and say, Mom, Dad, I'm playing week 1 against Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. My dreams have come true. Until it was 26-24. The Steelers had just cut the Jets' lead. Kickoff. And Xavier Gibson did the unthinkable. Fumble! Well, after the game, and after they lost by 2, Aaron Glenn, their new head coach, said, hey, I'm going to read it for you. Man, we can't have turnovers. We can't do it. We have to be a more disciplined team. That's something that will be addressed. You will not be on the field with this team if you're going to cause us to lose games. Is this fair, Mikey, to cut a guy after 1 week and 1 fumble?
If you want to know how fast life moves in the NFL, Xavier Gibson was a darling just a couple seasons ago when Rodgers tore his Achilles and he had the overtime punt return for a touchdown to win the game. And now he's gone, right? So, no, I like this move by Aaron Glenn simply because it's not going to be Breece Hall has 5 yards and Breece Hall gets cut, right? Return specialists are a dime a dozen. He's setting a precedent in his first game as a head coach. I don't mind it.
Heartless. Absolutely heartless. I hope that he gets the full season pay, though, since he was on the opening day roster. I hope that's the case. I know he's not super highly paid, but it's still $600,000, $800,000. Raphael, is this fair?
No, it's not fair. How does Russell Wilson still have a job after his performance? How does Marquis Motto still have a job when he was muted the other day? No, this is not fair. Come on, people. Where's your guys' hearts?
Mark catches strays. Your thoughts?
I'm surprised Raphael's still here, to be honest with you. No, I listen. We're talking about a kick returner.
Whoa.
I have nothing to say to Raphael because I was on mute. I have nothing to say to him, so I'm like, he got me.
I am going to nominate that for our worst joke of ever.
All right.
Here at Coaching Company Hall of Fame. So that's a nomination, but please continue. Sorry for ruining your flow.
Not a problem. Look, we're talking about a kick returner here, and I think if there's a single position where a coach and office can make a statement to a team about where their mindset is at for this year, it's with a position like that. So is it fair? No. Is it understandable? Absolutely.
I mean, at some point, because you guys know I'm a former athlete, so I kind of have, the better analyst skills. Thank you, Ryan Clark. If you know, you know.
Wow.
However, when you're an athlete and you look across the locker room and there's a dude that let a ball slide out of his hands, and is that going to make you more comfortable to go out there and just cut it loose? Or is it going to make you hold the ball a little bit harder because you go, man, if I fumble, I could be cut on week 2, week 3, week 4. You got to give the guy a little bit of a break. But if you're going to set a tone, I guess you're going to set the tone right now. They played really well, 34-32. It could have been a positive all the way around. Not for Aaron Glenn. Very much reminds me, Mikey, of your boy Mike Singletary all those years ago. Still a classic rant. Can't play with him. Can't win with him. Can't do it. Oh, my God. That was one of the greatest ever. The absolute greatest ever. All right. You guys know me. I want a winning day every single day. Our motto here at the brand is just win more than we lose, which we did yesterday to a clip of 75%. So today, let's go back-to-back winning days. All right. It's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less, 1 or 2 nuggets is literally all that I need. Mikey P, start us off.
Freddie Peralta under 3.5 hits at a -112. He hasn't given up 4 or more hits in a game since August 5th. And then the Boston Red Sox minus half a run, first 5 at a +110. Mason Barnett on the mound for the A's. He has a 9 ERA in 2 career starts.
Red Sox, they're going to be a sneaky team in the playoffs. You do not want to play them. Tommy Carlucci, duty calls. I'll read his. Yankees -1.5 +135. If you were here at the top of the show, the big Tommy fun fact, I believe it was 8 or 9 games in a row the Tigers have lost on the road coming off of a win. Let that resonate for a second. And all of those parameters, they matter today. Yankees +135 on the run line. Raphael, go.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Dodgers team total over 5.5 even money. They won yesterday 7-2. And in the other baseball play, Cubs Braves under 8.5. Chris Sale is on the mound for the Braves. Cubs bats have still been silent. Enough said.
I'm going to go, if you're going to cash with the coach, I'm playing today. Mets Phillies over 8. Yesterday, they scored 9 runs. Lately, the Phillies have been a really good over team. The Mets have been an amazing over team. I mean, they have been 9, 8, 17, 18, 12. They score a lot of runs, these two teams. Don't overthink it, -102. Then Rays and the White Sox. The White Sox have been a sneaky good offensive team the last 2 or 3 weeks. Yesterday, they scored 9. I think they'll do it again today. Rays, White Sox over 8, -3 nickels. All right, Marquee Model, what do we have over there at JTS today?
We got another winning ticket, Coach. We're going back-to-back with Washington National. Dalen Lyle to get a hit tonight. He's got a 9-game hit streak going, and he is perfect 5 of 5 when he faces Miami. We're going to pair that with Atlanta Dream Alicia Gray to make at least 1 3-pointer tonight against the Connecticut Sun. She has done this in 9 of her last 10 games when she visits Connecticut. Put them both together, you get a +100. Just a Stat Sports play of the day.
There is the QR code. $1 for your first 30 days. NFL 100 is the code that you need to use. All right, Raphael, make me a smarte.
We're going with the Toronto Blue Jays have won 16 of their last 20 home games against AL West division teams.
So normally we're a team, are we not, guys?
Correct.
One team, one dream.
Well, it's funny that you should pop in there, Mr. Mouthy, in the chat, because I throw out a play that's over 8. I get a question just because people like to go against me because it makes them feel better. And who popped into the chat and said, oh, the model has it at 7.4? Which game were you talking about there, Mark?
The UNC Wake Forest game. Excuse me, North Carolina State Wake Forest game.
At 7 points?
NC State Wolfpack minus 7.5 against Wake Forest.
7.5.
Yeah.
So we put in the chat at 7.4. Does that feel like we're talking about a baseball game over?
No,
because
I got asked a specific question in the chat, and I was responding to that specific question. At the JC1 knows what I was talking about because he said thank you.
Interesting.
It wasn't going against you. A little side conversation.
Right. So we're addressing a YouTube comment, even though we're in 100 million homes. The one thing we're never going to be, guys, is a YouTube show because I'm a YouTube killer. And you guys know that. I mean, everybody knows I'm a YouTube killer. I mean, I would have killed this YouTube page in 3 months. I mean, we all know that, right? If you know, you know. All right, gentlemen, well done today. Well done today. Give me that one-shot producer, man. I am petty machete, and I don't give a damn. All right, it's now time for you to all go out into the world, to pay it forward, and understand that throughout the day, whether you're driving in your car, doesn't even matter. Turn on SiriusXM. Turn on Weekday Wagers. Both start at 2 p.m. Eastern time today on separate channels. We have you covered. On demand, Coach and Bro. On demand, The Last Word. Monday Night Grind. Can we give you even more? There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire company, damn it, do I love them all. My man, Mikey P, Raphael, my numbers guy, Marky Model from JTS, producer man, and I'm simply the coach trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about. This is Coach and Company, presented by Afterburn, live on Stadium and also Valley Sports Live. Have a great day.